Hello, 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 YouTube. Um, Over the past week, I have been watching a lot of videos, making a few comments, listening, paying attention, as well as over the weekend and most part of this day because I didn't go into the office because of all the snow and stuff going on here. So I've been down here where I got my little setup, my computer and all of that, you know, to do my thing away from upstairs and all that good stuff. But I'm doing okay and all of that. This video is about what I've been watching and listening to. I'm not going to mention anyone's name for the simple fact that a lot of people that are doing so and making videos and responding to this so-called big issue that's going on with this person, their videos are being flagged and removed, and one person has lost their channel. This is about self-consciousness. Now, I've been on YouTube now since 2006, but I didn't start making videos until the latter part of '07, I believe. And since that time, I've had a lot of these users that are preaching self-consciousness and pro-blackness come to my videos, make video responses sometimes, mostly comment, etc., sending me private messages telling me how I should be, what I should do, what I should not do, and characterizing me, trying to read me and tell me that I have low self-esteem because of this. Telling me that I'm trying to be white because of this. I have responded, and the person that everybody's talking about is one of those people. Even called my name out in her video because of wigs, weaves, and extensions, and how wrong it is. It's not so much the message that a person is putting out there in their videos. It's how you convey that message. And I'm not the only one that has felt like, well, you're bashing people that do that. It's because of the way that it's delivered. I am in no way saying that what is being said is wrong from users that display this in their videos. What I'm saying is, if you're going to teach someone something or try to get a person to look at something from another perspective and another way, focus on the delivery of it, because it can be taken and is taken as you're bashing me because of what I choose to do. Now, I've heard the videos where I don't listen to the radio anymore. I heard the video of another user where she's not going to buy any of these artists' music because of what they're saying and what they are putting out there to the listeners and the young kids. So they're not going to support this anymore because it just goes against everything that they believe Yes, I used to do this, but I'm a changed person now. I found myself. I'm self-conscious now. So I'm not gonna support anything that got anything to do with all of that. Wearing wigs and hair weaves and shaking asses and this, that, and the other. I'm just not gonna do it. So I'm trying to say you shouldn't do it because I've been there, done that. And I've changed and seen the error in my ways. So you shouldn't do that. But then down the line, you begin to experience your own problems. Never once thinking while you're teaching and preaching this to your viewers why they do what they do. What made them do the things that they do that are supposedly immoral, unethical, and unconscious. But you shouldn't do it. Don't do it. I'm not going to support this because it goes against everything I believe. But now you on hard times. And there's no other way to get my hustle on but to participate in the very thing that I'm against for a few dollars. In no way, shape, form, or fashion am I saying that anything is wrong with what a person chooses to do to get out of a current situation. What I do not agree with is if I sit on this camera and I talk about this and I talk about that, I give my opinion on this and I give my opinion on that, about what I don't support, giving per se advice to people that are actually listening and taking heed to what I have to say. Why would I go against what I am advocating for any amount of money? I have a birthday coming up, January the 25th. I'll be 38 years old. I have 3 daughters. During all of my life, wasn't always peaches and cream. But my mother and father made sure that I had a roof over my head, food to put in my belly, comfortable place to lay down, and that I got my education. And I try to instill the same thing in my children. Is my life squeaky clean? No. But, and there's always a but, once I left home and joined the military in 1991, I was a senior when I signed up into the military. Served to 1998. Sat out for a year or two and got back in 2003 in the Air Force and did 3 years. Once I done all that, things began to change in the economy, in my life. So now I'm falling on bad times. Oh, it was a long haul, baby. It was a long haul. And normally when a person gets as low as I have been and many others have been, there's no limit to the things that you would do to survive. But you have to think about what it is you choose to take part in. Think about your self-worth. Think about that self-consciousness that you are trying to instill in others and that you want to be before you act. I have been where I had to sleep in my car. I have been where I didn't even have a car to sleep in. Few dollars, I was background singing. So I made a little bit of money, $100 here, $50 there, background singing. So I was able to buy me a hotel room if I didn't have anywhere I could go and lay my head. Or there's been 2, 3, 4 days I didn't have anything to eat. And pride was so big that I didn't want to ask for help. I played the role that I was all good. And no one would have ever known if I hadn't told them, or they hadn't caught me living that way. Faced with many, many temptations. But I never went against what I believe in to survive. And I'm not gonna bash a person because of what they had to do or what they do. Blase, skippy, whatever, they call it. But I never had to say, I never sold drugs. I never stripped. I never acted and posed as an extra in a porno flick. I never prostituted myself. I never had sex with men for money because I loved me too much. I knew that that wasn't me. I knew that I didn't like that type of stuff. I knew that I have been teaching other young women not to do that. You lead by example. The true meaning of practice what you preach. I used to hear all the time parents tell their children, don't do what I do. Never understood that. All I am trying to say is this. If you're going to be about something, be about it at all times. When you're up high or when you're down low. There are other alternatives when you get in a bind and need help. Don't get on me and bash me about shaking my ass in a video, shaking my ass to the radio, and then turn around down the line, you in there doing your thing because you fell on hard times and had to make you some money some kind of way. That's no excuse. But like they say, do you?